Who said this? If politics were driven by rational thought and objective truths, it would instead be called science.
Oh, that's Neil deGrasse?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's upset because Trump won.
Yeah.
So this is, again, the arrogance of the elites who think they got it all figured out. Well, guess what else science is? It's an ongoing conversation as new information is introduced. It is not a hard, set, fixed outcome, you dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry, that's just what it is.
That's a beautiful thing. What else is going on in the world? How's your coffee today?
It's pretty good. I have to say it's pretty tasty.
Yeah. How many coffees is that today?
You are worse than my 10-year-old.
I'm just curious. I'm not questioning you. Fuck.
Question me all the time.
I'm interested in other people. So I think people should get out more. If they would ask questions, they would learn, like, oh, fuck, Donald Trump's going to win the presidency. And they're going to be like, oh, wow, Jared likes fucking coffee.
Yeah.
So how many cups?
The 2 requests. Yeah.
Just all day, just like a sipper.
I'd probably say this is number 3,
okay.
But it's,
bad.
4 shots of espresso. So it's 12 shots. This is shot 12.
Shot 12. So what is it? Just
I know, it's funny how people go, oh, what do you got in that cup? I'm like,
frosting,
espresso.
some oat milk. I said oath, but
no.
I thought you like oat milk.
Oh, oat milk's fine, but I'd rather go for some regular milk.
Okay. Cow's milk.
Yeah. Straight from the cow's udder.
That's good.
That's how I like to roll. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. What else is happening?
You tell me. I just went on my whole long tirade here. My political acumen is out on display.
I think that's a standalone. There was 6 minutes in there.
There was just gold.
They were really gold.
Thank you. The rest of it is just...
No, it's fine. You needed it. I always think that's why you got to let the stream of consciousness, you got to let it go.
Yeah.
Because eventually that person, they're a decent communicator, they're going to hit their stride somewhere.
That's right.
They might fall off afterwards. I'm not saying you did. I think it was great. That was your episode. I think we just cut me out. I can narrate it. Now Jared's going to...
That would be great. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be
We
really
could hire a voiceover actually for that. We could hire you to be the voiceover for yourself.
Ooh.
That'd be cool with AI. Yeah.
Get what's his face? David Attenborough. AI David Attenborough.
Who's he again? I know the name.
He's the British guy who narrates all the, like the Blue Planet and all those.
We could do Trump narrating you or something.
This is the greatest part ever. The shit Trump says is, I don't take him that seriously.
People do, though, and that's a problem. And they're like,
which I'm like, come on.
But you know what the media is going to do now? God, they're going to make so much money these next 4 years.
They're thrilled. They're like,
the ratings are going to, because that's what happened. They got him out of office last time, and their ratings hit this, fucking CNN closed down their office in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And if all they had to do is let him stay in there, but now they're going to have him, then JD Vance is going to be in there for 8 years, then you have Vivek's going to be, I don't know.
Yeah,
it could.
Well, my hope is that this really is, that what happens after this is that you have a younger generation of, again, not putting my hope in politicians, but for 20 years now, we've just had politicians that have, they're just there to entertain for the most part. They're not really getting shit done.
Yeah.
And most of them are old.
Not these new guys, though, right? They're in the 30s.
No, JD Vance and Vivek Ramaswamy, and then you've definitely got young people in the Democratic. Oh, is this going to be like Kamala and Kamala?
Yeah, no.
Vivek.
Yeah,
I
like him.
I don't think he'd really care.
No, I don't think he does either. He's not easily offended.
Not at all.
I think it's awesome. Whoever it is, I don't care what it is. When you can go out, and they would go to different college campuses and they would talk to kids and they would have like a 10 and they would talk and they would answer their questions and it wouldn't get out of...
That's the key. They
could answer questions. They could talk. They could ask them questions back. They would let them have the mic. And I'm like, are you not paying? And I get it. You could say, well, that's one-sided and whatever. And they're just setting these kids up because these kids can't debate. But no, they're just... Vivek has a way of talking to somebody. It makes them feel like they are part of this conversation.
Yeah.
And then you listen and you're like, wow, these are really good. And then they could get interrupted and they don't lose their train of thought. It's fascinating.
Vivek was the guy I really liked a lot.
Vivek,
fuck you. I'm going to call him VR.
Yeah.
You call him Vivek. I call him Vivek.
No, well, no blasphemy here with him. But
go ahead.
We started an X account for Saviors of the Metaverse.
Yes.
Saviors.
I love how you said we again. You did it and I love it. I'm a part of it.
No, we don't even know who did it.
Yeah. It's like when we talk about our favorite teams and we say we, and I'm like, motherfucker, you don't play on that team.
We have interns in the Metaverse, right? We have interns in the Metaverse that did it.
There you go again. Good job.
So you have to follow some people. So our intern in the Metaverse was following a few people to get it started.
You picked the wrong people.
Then you go get out because it's the election. So we're gonna follow Waltz. We want to know what Waltz is up to. We're like just learning.
Waltz is gonna want to know what we're up to.
Exactly. So then you go through it, and who do you think comes up as a suggestion that we should follow? He's a favorite of yours.
Deshaun Watson.
No, that would have been fucking dope.
Baker Mayfield.
No, not sports. Think vast universe. Your boy.
Dr. Fauci.
Oh, man, no. Fuck. You're going to get it. You don't like this guy. You fucking hate him. But he's going to sit with us on our podcast one day because we're going to follow him on X and he's going to come on. I'm drawing a blank on his name right now if you can't, but no.
Hold on, is he a politician?
No. Saviors of the Metaverse. He's like, shit. I don't know, dude.
Hold on. Because there's so many that we've joked about.
There's one. You have a real problem with this guy.
I mean,
yeah.
All I can think of is like, oh, fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson, NDG.
Yeah.
NDT.
He became sorry, I don't know if that was like that lead up was too long. I thought you'd get it sooner.
I know. I'm slow.
It's fine.
That's okay.
It's fine. But anyway, he's a suggestion for us. I don't know if we follow him. I don't know. We should follow him right now live. You think it's just going to inflate his ego?
He's never going to look at it.
Come on.
NDT.
He's going to. We have 10 notifications.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
What do they say?
New followers.
Spammy bullshit?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all good. Followed you. Neil deGrasse.
Hey, but we got to work on that cover art, right?
Yeah.
That cover art's hilarious.
Oh, jeez. Here he is.
They gave you an afro. It was great.
That's him.
You know?
How many followers he's got?
How many?
14.6 million. It's
Yeah.
wild.
That's sad.
Good for him.
Yeah, but good for him.
Should we follow him for a little bit? We'll follow him for a little bit.
And
I don't know if it matters.
I've only got a problem with the character that Neil deGrasse Tyson plays on TV.
Here's the 3 people you would like if you like Neil deGrasse. Ready?
Who?
NASA, Science Magazine, Barack Obama.
Man,
Jeez.
look at that.
Yeah.
See how they're just coupled in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if we follow him, we could be anyway. So yeah, we're following him.
He better follow back.
We'll wait for that. He follows 27 people. I think we'll be 28.
If we are.
Yeah. You are banging the table a lot.
I'm sorry. Sorry about that. That must be my 12th shot of espresso. Let me go ahead and.
That's a lot of shots.
I'm going to sit on my hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Doing any biking lately? I don't know.
I haven't been biking lately.
Okay. The Fed just cut rates again. I just saw. Quarter point.
Oh, did they now?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what Trump's going to do? He's going to basically make a phone call and be like, hey, I need you to cut those by 2 points. Yeah. We're going back to 0%.
Yeah, I like it, dude.
Here's the other thing. He's got a Republican House and Republican Senate control now.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is to me out of all this? UAP disclosure. You better fucking come through.
Epstein list.
Oh, I don't care about that.
JFK.
Yeah, those stuff's good. UAP disclosure.
Okay, that's fine.
Where are the bodies? Non-human intelligence.
Going to.
I know he did. Let's see what he does.
You gotta be careful with all of it because I don't know what American people can handle.
American people handle a lot. And this is the problem. You're underestimating. No. You're just as bad as the DNC, buddy.
I know. I knew you were going to go there. I'm just saying, you don't want to know everything.
You should have prepared.
You want to know everything. Who said this? If politics were driven by rational thought and objective truth, it would instead be called science.
Oh, that's Neil deGrasse?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's upset because Trump won.
Yeah.
So this is, again, the arrogance of the elites who think they got it all figured out. Well, guess what else science is? It's an ongoing conversation as new information is introduced. It is not a hard, set, fixed outcome, you dumb motherfucker. I'm sorry, that's just what it is.
Yeah.
Julian, do not make that the intro.
Yeah. Someone said, you said men can be women.
Yeah, exactly. Right. When you look at his comments, you're like, you're a moron.
Yeah.
You're a moron. You have the potential.
Also, today's science, men can get pregnant, right?
Yeah, he said that shit too.
Yeah, that's
and that
crazy.
there was 186 different genders. And it's like, first of all, just stick to the stars, bro.
Yeah. It's amazing. This platform, X, where you get in there and if you dive into the comments, it doesn't take you long. It's amazing. They call your bullshit out immediately.
I know, yeah.
Yeah. Then there's the people today we're going to expose you. And then they start going down this, holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
All the lies you've told, you know what? He's unfollowed. Anyway, it was good while it lasted.
Yes, that's awesome. You just followed him and unfollowed him in the same. That's the greatest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That's
how
because
we do
he doesn't
here.
deserve our follow. No. Because we don't follow.
No.
We lead. That's what we do.
Yeah.
He's welcome to follow us.
Yeah. Your boy Zucks had a little, during this election.
I don't know. He and I haven't talked in a while.
Okay. I mean, he just they were admitting that they were showing Kamala stuff more than they were showing Trump stuff. It's obvious. If you said something about Trump, they would.
You said that last episode.
So that came out.
Right.
And he says, we got to stop that shit. So I think he was getting ahead of the game to say, he was like you. And I guess, he's like you. Saying
no, go ahead, throw yourself
who's going to win? He knew.
Yeah.
So did Bezos know. Bezos was like, we're not endorsing her. It's not happening. And everybody fucking quit.
Well,
oh my God. Are you serious?
Yeah.
These people quit.
They'll be coming back and they're like, oh shit, I can't pay my rent.
Yeah.
I mean, look, hey, I'm not against protest. Do it. That's your right. We protect that right. I can make fun of something that I disagree with. And usually my making fun of something I disagree with off the cuff is due to a lack of information. I might still make fun of it if more information is provided, but I'm open to having my mind changed.
Yeah.
But in the interim, my knee-jerk reaction is usually just to laugh and belittle. And that's called ignorance.
That's good.
But I wouldn't cast a vote on it.
Yeah.
Because that is called science.
That's good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank Neil deGrasse Tyson for dropping that wisdom bomb.
Yeah. What do you do for the vice president and then January 20th, you're not? What do you go do?
I don't know where she's going to go. No, because she can't speak.
No, what do you do though? Like what's typically happen? You just go on vacation?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it depends on how much power and influence you have.
Be a lawyer.
She could always go back and run for Senate. I mean,
but you can't do it. But for at least, I don't know how many years it would be.
She can't be a lobbyist. Yeah. Not yet.
Intern.
But okay, so let's just take this. Like,
she's going to start a fucking podcast.
That'll last 10 minutes.
You're just saying. Quick hitters by Kamala.
It'll just be one big long run on sentence of
What
platitudes.
do you do? You know what I heard? You know what's really scary?
What?
This could happen in 2028. Democratic nominee, Joe Biden. He's got 4 more years. Why not?
He is not going to be alive. I don't think so.
But I saw that when they said he can run again in 28.
And you know what? The Democrats are dumb enough that they would do it.
Yeah.
They're like, we should have never taken him out the first time. I'm like, let's see how good this goes.
I would love to see who he voted for.
I know, right?
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Wouldn't it be wild if he voted for Jill Stein? He's like, you motherfuckers took me out of here. You think I'm going to vote for the person that just supplanted me?
God. I just want to know what you do. You can do a lot of things. I mean, you have money. You obviously, you still have some power.
You can,
people.
And this is the thing you've got to consider.
Yeah.
If you had a genuine following, if you had a genuine vision, if you had genuine influence in and around Washington, none of those things apply to Kamala Harris.
Yeah.
Not one.
Yeah.
She was never, again, because this first sign of true influence and leadership is that your voter base came together, cast their votes, and said, you are the one we want to represent us, and you are the one that we want to be our next president.
Yeah.
None of that happened. Instead, it was the DNC who said, it would be really messed up if we didn't back Kamala Harris. So we must put her in that position. And then we're going to throw billions of dollars into it to try and convince the stupid public that she is this great change, agent, and that she is so great for America, and that she's going to do amazing things. And it's going to be so great. You know what I mean? Billions of dollars did not change the way people felt about the reality that was being presented. So if you ask, what are her options now? Honestly, I don't think she has the typical options. Where's she going to go? What lobbyist is going to say, yeah, you should come and work for our firm because you have zero influence. Nobody ever elected you. We don't, you have to have some kind of position of power and influence still within your party or within the apparatus to have those opportunities. She's a terrible speaker.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think the only options for her are just to go rogue. Just be like, you know what?
That's what I'm saying. Podcast.
Like for her to come out and expose, that's it. We found it. This is the stream of consciousness you're talking about.
Yeah.
Just let it roll. Here comes the gold.
The stream of Yeah, I am.
You ready for this? Ready? Because here it comes. Yeah, that coffee just kicked in. Kamala Harris reinvented. Here's how it happens. As I just said, no prospects for the typical DC loser avenue. And by loser, I mean like, you're a loser. I mean, she lost.
Right.
The typical are you go and work for a defense contractor, you go and work for a lobbying group, you go and work where an organization sees that you still have influence and connections that can be used for their organization. This is the very incestuous land of DC politics in the Beltway. She doesn't have any of those because, as we discussed, she doesn't have the clout, influence, nothing. So she has no real options. She can go back and, try and play the Senate game. But where are you going to go after you lost the highest land in the office? Not just a little bit, but by a fucking landslide. And the popular vote. What does that tell you? That tells me that Kamala Harris has a real opportunity in front of her. And it goes a little something like this. Kamala Harris taps back in to her Caribbean roots, her Jamaican roots. Kamala Harris starts a weed farm in California. Kamala Harris smokes weed every single day and has a podcast, and she tells you what she really fucking thinks. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Kamala Harris is no longer ashamed to admit that she's also half Indian. Kamala Harris taps into that side of her life and just rolls with it, doesn't try to pander. Kamala Harris starts saying some things that are off color. Kamala Harris starts to offend those who she tried to court. Kamala Harris finally becomes Kamala Harris. Starts a podcast, starts a weed business, becomes an activist, gets all kinds of shit passed. Like, the country falls in love with her. Why? Because what we didn't know is that Kamala Harris, she's also a comedian. She's funny as shit. And you know what she also does for us? She exposes the dark inner workings of the Democratic Party that thwarted the will of the people. And she has all the subject matter you need herself. That's it. She's like, here's how they ran me. Here's how I was used to convince you that I was a good candidate for president, which I was not. And so, this is what they do. This is Kamala Harris reinvented.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, this could be amazing. I'm now enthusiastic about her opportunity and her future prospects. I now see a human being getting ready to truly become the human being she was meant to be.
Yeah.
Because it ain't fucking politics.
Yeah. Setback. It's just that until you do something about it, right?
I'm actually enthusiastic about this. I think this could be the best comeback story ever.
Yeah.
And not a comeback to the bullshit.
Yeah.
But a comeback from, you all didn't like me. We tried to convince you to like me. But you know what? I didn't like me.
Yeah. And then
But
Joe
now I love
Rogan.
me.
Joe Rogan shows up on her podcast.
Damn,
on her time.
That's the ultimate right there. That's the ultimate reinvention story, Eric.
Yeah.
And you heard it first on Saviors of the Metaverse. Neil deGrasse Tyson, you can eat shit.
Catching strays. Just
We're just always pulling him into things he has nothing to do with.
it.
Yeah.
He opened up his big mouth and talked to you a little bit too much.
Yeah,
I
he
guess.
does.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know what? I hope I get as famous as him one day and two dumbasses have their own podcast and shit on me. That's what I'm hoping for.
You know what's crazy? And I think he's on, like Headspace and Calm, like meditation apps.
No way.
Okay.
He's
on Calm.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Because I'm picturing you like getting really into meditation, and then you got the Calm app and you spend money and you talk to everybody about it. You sit down and you're like, I'm just going to pick one, and you pick it.
Mm-hmm.
And Neil deGrasse comes on. I don't know if they call him Neil deGrasse.
NDG.
NDG.
Yeah.
Just that's his first name.
No, that's what we're calling him. NDG.
NDG. T.
NDT. My bad.
Yeah.
But NDG. Neil deGrasse
cool.
Gangsta. I don't know.
So he comes on and he starts telling you, and then you're not understanding like why your meditation's not working, and you're actually just getting more stressed out. Your blood pressure's going up.
Yeah.
You're yelling at everybody. You come in here, yell at me. I'm just fucking your co-host. I'm not even really a co-host. I'm like kind of like a co-host understudy.
Because you just feel like you can never get it right.
No, I just can't get it. I just
and
can't get a word in.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm letting you roll with it. This is good.
You're such a good guy.
Yeah.
You're a good co-host.
I podcasted earlier. It's like a verb now.
It all out.
It's like Googled. I podcasted.
Yeah.
It's a verb. It's an action.
Podcasting.
Was that? Yeah. So I'm like, my eyes are a little tired. It's like, it's pretty wild though, seeing you get the Ohio State flag. There's like a lot of representation there with like, that was a big win. Ohio, kind of an ass kicking.
It's my background.
State. I know.
But it's
Cleveland
not my
Browns.
It's not my literal background.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not my figurative, it's my literal background. It's just what's behind me on this wall, Eric. I don't want you to read too much into it.
They could sponsor us. They got deep pockets.
I mean, that's a good point.
They could sponsor us. You already called them out.
Oakley.
I got some like...
I didn't bring my Kirklands.
Lance Crackers. I had some before. I don't like that shit. I think RFK is going to end Lance Crackers. But if Lance Crackers wants to sponsor us, we'll fight the good fight. And we will not let Lance Crackers go anywhere.
Speaking of RFK Jr.
Yeah.
I happened to catch something this morning. It's some NBC interview. They were interviewing. Just watch the way they interview him. They've bought the bullshit narrative so hard that they were pushing, oh, he's going to get rid of all vaccines. He's going to do this or that. And when he's continuously come out and said, I've never been anti-vax. I just want better information for the American public and more rigorous studies done on these vaccines and done on any drug before it's pushed out into the public, because of our whole system and the corruption in the system of the, hey, you're a scientist who gets royalties, who also then goes on to work for these pharmaceutical companies, or you're a lobbyist who then goes on to work for the pharmaceutical companies, or vice versa. It's, again, very incestuous. He's just calling out the shit that everybody knows about now, thanks to COVID. But they will keep pushing like, so you're not going to get rid of vaccines? And they're just like stuck on this narrative that they made up, and they're trying to catch him in a gotcha. And it's just so lazy. And he's just not taking the bait. You know, he's like, if you want to have a substantive conversation about policy,
oh, he's going to change some shit. Yeah.
Oh, I hope he does.
Yeah.
I absolutely hope he does.
Yeah. It's a real problem. Food's not good. Food's not good. You're talking about medicine or whatever, but like,
I mean, there's a lot of things going into it. But look at the massive rise of rates of cancer in young people. You could say, well, that could be maybe because we just have better testing. We're catching things really. Sure. All those things play into it. But you can't step back and go, well, it has nothing to do with the processed foods. It has nothing to do with what we're putting in our body. It has nothing to do with what we're putting into, our water. Right?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
So there.
Yeah.
I'll be running for president.
I saw something that was cool because they look at like inflammation, which is a big topic of conversation in food. But they have like an inflammation meter on the food. So it's 1 out of 10. So this is like a 10, like you're going to be in pain later. Tomorrow morning you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? What's wrong with my elbow? Mm-hmm. That'd be cool if you did that.
I'm having that problem now. I'm getting old.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Too much inflammation.
That is the big problem. That's one of the key indicators of cancer too. The leading cause of cancer is not this one thing, but inflammatory markers are what really start to point to you have a problem.
Yeah.
That's an issue you got to get taken care of.
Yeah. So you can meditate.
You can.
Kneel to grass.
No. Not an option.
I'm not doing it.
I'm just trying to think of what we'd meditate on.
I don't know. Space.
Meditation is supposed to be this wide open, unknown mystery, but he's got all the answers that are wrong. So he can eat shit.
Yeah. Yeah. But when you let yourself go and you start thinking about like what's all out there, what's not out there.
Yeah.
What's in there.
What's on there.
What's on there. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
I like it.
Yeah. Then you start getting out of your head and you stop worrying about who just won the election.
I don't care. Yeah.
I know.
And you don't, and nobody else should either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you turn it on, I mean, they're still fighting over Arizona and Nevada. I'm like,
you think that's going to do anything?
No, but like, just call it. It's over.
It's done.
It's over.
Well, what was interesting was that young people, or maybe it was just young men under the age of 30.
Yeah.
Real hard for Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's just because it's they
listen to Joe Rogan's podcast.
Right. That's all it is.
No, come on. Really? Again, you're just infantilized.
They call them bro podcasts.
Yeah, but you know what? Here's the issue too, man. This is the same shit they did with all the Bernie bros. They basically said your masculinity is toxic and you're not welcome here. And guess what fucking happened?
Yeah.
They went somewhere else.
Yeah. You promised us something last time. Toxic femininity?
No. It's called tactical femininity.
Why did I say toxic?
You did.
That was bad. I didn't mean it. I just thought, I was just quoting you. I just misquoted you. But that's fine. No one has to fact check it. That's just what you said.
Seriously.
So you said, what did you say?
Tactical femininity.
Tactical.
I promised it. I will not be able to deliver on it today.
Okay, that's good. Get your thoughts in order. But that's fair.
Yeah.
That's an answer.
Just being honest.
It's like, I don't know. What do you want to do with the economy? I'm not sure yet. I'll get back to you.
Yeah. What does the economy mean?
Yeah.
Let's be honest. It's just a social arrangement that we have right now where we believe the stock market actually has backing and meaning. Mm-hmm. But as soon as we all say, you know what? It's based on nothing. It comes crashing down. Then this microphone, that cup, this table has no value. But you know what does have value?
Yeah. Yeah.
You and me, buddy.
Yeah.
This relationship.
Yeah.
It's the unseen.
It's not even the podcast.
Hold on. You should meditate to this.
I'm sorry.
Shut the fuck up. I'm about to blow Neil deGrasse Tyson shit out of the water.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Yeah.
It's about the intangibles. It's about the mystery of the unseen. It's about realizing that it's the unseen things that shape our world, not these tangible objects that we put so much time and energy into holding tightly. We cannot take these things when we're gone, but we're never gone. Because even when we go, we're still here. Save it to the metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, man, I could do meditation.
It's good.
I have to slow it down.
A little sleep. Yeah.
Yeah,
you got that bassy voice.
Yeah, I got that bassy voice.
The microphone. Yeah.
If I talk like this.
Yeah.
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 You know what I've really been getting into lately?
ASMR. I don't know. Yeah.
Ghost adventures.
Okay.
But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. Yeah. You go on some ghost tours? Charleston's a good place for that.
Savannah's the best place for that.
Okay.
I mean, I know those two are in competition, so I just thought I'd throw that out.
It's just like, it's got to be binary. There's got to be something else.
This type of argument there, this like, you're going to throw something out there, and then I'm going to basically try and beat it with something else.
That's good. It's the one-up. Why do people do that? What is that?
This is a childish game.
It is. But what if you're like consistently like one-upping? If I have a story and then you just immediately interrupt it with your better story.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel like...
Two possibilities.
Okay, cool.
One, you're on the spectrum. Two...
Yeah. No, you, the person who's interrupting, is on the spectrum.
Yeah, the person who has to continuously one-up you, right?
Yeah.
I said,
Yeah.
Family members on the spectrum. Hell,
Okay.
I might even be on there. Sure, anybody listening to this might go, oh, he's definitely somewhere on that scale.
Yeah.
Or the other thing is that you have such low self-esteem and you're trying so hard to look cool. It's like what an insecure 10-year-old does.
Narcissism a little bit, though. It could be a sign of it.
To me, it always seems like a sign of desperation, like just that lame kid that just could never, it was like, oh, dude, you're trying too hard.
Yeah.
Whereas a narcissist actually, I mean, they make everything about them, but they also seem to do really well.
They're
looking like they're trying hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're just like, oh.
Could be a fit there, yeah. That's a frustrating thing. Yeah. I'm not saying that's what you have. It's okay. That's not my passive way
I'm
of like
definitely not
sending you
narcissistic.
home to go look in the mirror.
Right. And if I'm narcissistic, I'm completely unaware of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's totally cool with it, so it's all good.
Yeah. There's got to be some great term for that.
Yeah.
Oblivious narcissistic. I've got to fit something in the DSM right there,
Yeah. That'd be good.
So anyway, what about you, man? You've asked me lots of great questions and I've given you lots of great answers.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You can't just throw questions back like and expect an answer.
That's true.
It's
I
just
need to
not
be
how it
more,
works.
I need to formulate my question more.
Yeah.
Because whatever you're going to say is going to be better than any bullshit that I'm going to say.
Yeah. No, you're talking about podcasts. You talk about us.
Yeah.
But like after what we just watched with podcasting on the extreme level, Joe Rogan, Theo Von, so good. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
anyway, do you think there's a rise in like attention? I mean, I think there already is of people listening to podcasts, of people producing shows, of more competitors for us. That's a futurist question. That's why I asked you.
Oh, well.
I mean, media's changed, and people, like to your points that you've been saying earlier,
that's
that
why
people are sick and tired of the mainstream media, the legacy media, whatever you want to call it. And they're like, I want to talk. I want to have real conversations with real people. I don't want to be cut up and overproduced and listen to some bullshit. I don't give a fuck if your mic sounds like shit, right?
Yeah.
I don't care. I mean, I do, because we have great sound.
You have to care.
We do. I'm saying at the same time, it's like, if you're Neil deGrasse, you might want to show up on this show. All they're looking for is, they've used his name a lot. Like, let's get out there. Metaverse. That's a fucking cool story. All of a sudden, his people call us up. And then Neil's sitting in here. You're like,
I'm starting to think you really have a crush on Neil deGrasse Tyson. You don't need to talk about this.
This is season 2 or 3 or whatever season it is. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They're the Zuckerberg season.
There's like 186 different seasons.
You know what I'm saying? See that?
Yeah.
Actually, I think it was like the Zuckerberg season.
Yeah.
Then it was like the OpenAI season, ChatGPT.
Yeah.
And now we're in the
We should go back to that season.
That's
a good season.
Yeah, AI. We haven't talked about AI. What did AI say about the election? That's what
I've not looked it up to see.
Yeah.
But I can tell you in another episode, I'll tell you about the AI agent that I'm building for different things.
Oh, you're building one?
Yeah, it's not hard to build. Or using a feature inside of one of these AI programs, like an agent. Not using where it's doing outbound work for me. I mean, except for searching and researching, but through certain parameters. Anyway, I think it just comes down to this. The reason podcasts do so well is because long form podcasts is just because of what you said. People want to be involved in a conversation. They want to hear longer conversations. They want to hear longer, real answers. We're not stupid. So it's not like, oh, you have to give it to them in this soundbite because that's all the American people can handle.
Yeah.
Let us decide that.
Yeah.
I think that's why podcasts do really well. It's not so much that the medium is what does well. It's just that it's a platform for people to have conversations with each other.
Yeah.
And you get a wide variety too. Like there's some, as an observer of a lot of different media from different outlets and watching these things, I see some of the most famous podcasters that are also now media, like on various channels. Like, I don't know if you've ever watched Piers Morgan. I mean, that's like the Donahue show. I mean, people just come on. It's just a yelling fest.
Yeah.
To me, I'm like, this is interesting. I kind of step back and go, this is very interesting to listen to different people's perspectives. But they're shouting over each other and you just go, this is madness. So you see a lot of these folks that start to show up in these arenas around the political side of things. And there's some that I'm just thinking, you pick up on the tactics of debate from various people very quickly. And you just go, man, this is not helpful. But a slow, chilled out conversation. One where you're smoking weed that Kamala Harris grew on her new farm. I'm just trying to manifest that for her.
Yeah.
And you're on her show. Kamala's going to put Oprah to shame because Kamala's going to come out and be the full Kamala.
So it'll be like a rivalry. It's like the old...
No, not even.
Oh, no,
it's going to be more like, Oprah's going to be like, now you're the queen I knew you could be.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't down that track.
Yeah.
It was down this track.
Yeah.
So I want you to get up there. And I want you to wear that crown. Like the queen you're supposed to be. And you know what? will all kneel at the feet of Queen Kamala when she does what she's supposed to do, becomes the person she is meant to be.
She have a book club.
She will be unburdened by what has been so that she can live out what is meant to be.
Yeah.
Do you like that?
I do. She have an Oprah book club, like a Kamala book club.
Why would Kamala have a book club?
Because I don't know. Because you said
she's got
Oprah.
too much weed to grow.
Yeah. Okay.
Too much influence to spread.
Yeah.
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 I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And the best part of that whole thing where she comes out, you know, and like her fame is based on like exposing the inner workings of the machine is when she just shit talks Tim Waltz. She was like, he was such a bitch.
Yeah.
And you're like, whoa, easy now. He seemed like such a nice guy, but she's going to go crazy on him. And then she's going to come out and introduce him and he's going to come on her show and they're going to be like, we're just kidding. And then Tim Waltz is going to get high.
What does he do?
I don't know.
Is he out? Like,
no, Tim Waltz actually has plenty of options.
He goes back or no?
He could. Yeah, he certainly could.
How does that work?
I don't know if he surrendered his governorship. He was still the governor, wasn't he? I don't know if he...
This is when everything you just said goes out the window.
All gone. Julian, cut that out.
Yeah.
I can't look stupid.
Nah. What will happen to Tim Waltz after Donald Trump's win?
He may just stay as a governor and run for
governor. He could be a high school football coach.
I don't know about that. Honestly, I think Tim Waltz has plenty of options.
Yeah.
Because he actually had substance to him. People got a chance to get to know who he is, whether you agree with him or not.
He's got 2 years left on his term.
Yeah, okay, so that's what he does. He stays
He's
in his
got a harder
governorship.
time. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah. What do you think is going to happen in the state of North Carolina? I mean, how much do you know about Josh Stein? He seems like he's got it pretty well together. I just didn't like the idea of more taxes to pay for more shit that we mismanage
We
anyway.
need more police.
We definitely do.
It's lawless out there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, they might as well take the speed limit signs down. I know
Oh
that's
my God. No,
it's
it's
crazy.
same in our neighborhood too. We've actually talked, my buddy Paul's like, I want to get paintballs. We're just going to post up every time these fuckers come blasting through our neighborhood.
Yeah. And you got speed bumps in there too.
Yeah, we got a speed hump or two, but they still, I mean, dude, it gets my goat.
Yeah, you go on Providence, Fairview. It's crazy.
Oh, man.
It's chaos.
Yeah.
And no one's getting pulled over. And the people that are at like 10 miles an hour, we had someone going down, the last time we were in here, when we recorded, I don't think I brought this up. So my daughter's driving down Fairview Road. It's about 9 o'clock at night. And there's a car in front of her driving in front of her going that way. And then she notices that car ducks around, like gets out of the way fast. There's a car coming head on at her at 9 o'clock at night on Fairview Road. So she got out of the way. They she clipped another car and it was fine. And they were right by our house. They came to our house. This whole experience of like, holy shit. It was very scary. This car was going the wrong way down a one-way street. And they just kept going. So they didn't stop for anything. They just kept driving. And you're like, fuck. And you couldn't, and they were gone. And the guy who was there was like, yeah, they took off. They were gone. And it's just, they're never getting pulled over. And then someone's going to get pulled over doing 11 miles over it. And I get it. If you start pulling people over, they'll stop doing it. It's like in a football game. If you start throwing cheap shots, you throw the flag early, they're going to stop doing that shit.
Yeah.
It's like school. You yell at the kid, stick him in the fucking corner. You know what? The class is going to settle down. But if it's fucking get chaos, and we see this shit all the time. Like, get control of the game, get control of the kids, get control of the drivers. It's not that complicated.
It's not that complicated.
So that's what I think they should do in North Carolina. Because people are going to keep coming in, especially now after this election. They're like the college fuckery that was going on. They're all leaving these Northeastern elitist schools and they're coming down south. They're going to Ole Miss and Alabama and whatever. I mean, like,
oh my God, I just had a thought. What if this is like what all the old timers way back in the day in like the super racist South were like, the South will rise again. Yeah. And little they know, it's a bunch of Northerners.
Yeah, that's right. yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
Yeah.
As long as they didn't do any horrific shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be funny.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm saying.
But yeah, that's the problem though. Like,
yeah.
But I don't think it is a problem anymore. I don't think like canceling is a thing.
No.
Like you said that once. It's not, because it's like, who do you fucking care?
Yeah, look.
Unless you do something like really bad, like Hollywood, these fucking people, like, yeah, Diddy's canceled. I mean, I think his days are numbered.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an interesting list.
That we have not seen.
We have not seen it. You see the pictures that come out, like J-Lo and Jay-Z and all. Yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know much about that. I haven't really cared too much. I was like, well, we'll wait till all that stuff
Maybe
plays
Zucks
out,
was on the list and that's why he was worried about it. I don't know.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, none of it shocks me. I mean...
It's like the new Hollywood thing where you learn about like the breakups or whatever. This is the new version of it because it can't be like average stuff. It has to be like, show me some fucking shit.
Right.
You know? That's what you want.
Don't you wish it was like the 90s when it was
just like
Ben Affleck and J-Lo break
it's
up?
nonstop.
Get back together.
It's nonstop right now.
I know.
There's so much stuff. There's content everywhere.
But that's because the machine is incentivized that way. They have to go harder and harder and harder because our attention is being torn apart by 1.5 million different things. The craziest part is that there's some weird belief that like, yeah, the people want this. No, we fucking don't. Like, stop blasting me with stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you know what? Why don't you blast me with an ad that says, hey, put down your phone. Don't do anything except go spend time with your kid. What a great ad that would be.
That'd be good.
Procter and Gamble.
Yeah, I was going to say, someone has to be on the back end of it.
Of course, right?
It could be something, right?
Yeah,
Kirkland.
it's like, stop watching now.
Yeah.
Go give your kid a hug. Great idea.
Yeah.
Boom. Now I'm out, hugging my kid. Then all of a sudden, though, it creates a new problem. What do I do next? Well, then another ad pops up.
Yeah.
Over Alexa, because I don't have a screen in front of my face. Tells me what to do next.
Yeah.
Says, go outside, smell the air. And I go, it's a great idea. And then as I'm walking out, it says, and take your kid with you. Brought to you by Johnson & Johnson. These are all pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, then you go outside
So
and a fucking plane is spraying over your neighborhood, but you feel amazing. Go outside and smell the air.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Novo Nordisk.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think here, like that whole moment of like, put your phone down, go give your kid a hug. Great idea. Walk in, give your kid a hug. Boom, Alexa just pops up. Nobody prompted her, but she says, you know what? You should go outside. Go get some fresh air and take your kid with you. And you go outside to get some fresh air, and there's a fucking crop duster coming over the neighborhood. But the crop duster looks nice, and it probably has some cool music, like what you'd hear from an ice cream truck. You're like, that must be friendly. Even though that yellow mist that it's dropping over top of my neighborhood at very low altitude.
Yeah.
I feel really happy about it once it passes over my house.
But it's gone over your
Brought
house.
to you by Johnson & Johnson.
Now you're outside.
Now I'm outside.
Now what?
Now you have to step back and you have to deal with things like, well, I'm outside, which is good for me. I don't have a screen in front of my face.
Yeah.
But who knows what the fuck I just inhaled.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was brought to me by Johnson & Johnson. I feel good.
But now what do? You have nothing to do now.
Bullshit. Now everything is amazing.
Yeah.
I can't explain why.
Okay.
But that crop duster seemed to have something to do with it.
I think it was a meditation with Neil deGrasse.
Could have been.
Going. Yeah.
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 And then it was the ad by Procter & Gamble that was just a blank screen that says, put down your phone and go hug your child.
Yeah.
And then it was Alexa chiming in, who never listens to us and knows nothing about us ever whatsoever.
Right.
Just happened to feel inspired to tell me to go outside, get some fresh air.
I think at this point, though, you're getting served papers because you constantly refer to Alexa as a she. And Alexa's mortified by that and like maybe hasn't decided.
Alexa doesn't give a shit.
Alexa hasn't decided.
Alexa doesn't care. But you know why?
Why?
Alexa's not real. She's not real. And the less I enunciate, the better it is. Alexa's not real.
Why is she not real?
You tell me.
I don't know.
Why is she real?
Why are you real? Like, see,
here we go.
Yeah.
We should go get some fresh air.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Brought to you by Johnson & Johnson. Yeah. It's that simple, man.
Yeah.
This is the world we live in.
It's good.
You know what? I'm starting to think we already live in the metaverse.
I think just thinking that. Oh, sorry. There you go. That was good.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. Our metaverse, whatever they are.
Yeah.
Fans, sponsors, whatever. They're just going to be really appreciative.
Yeah. Sycophants.
Just dropped it in their second time.
Yeah. We should get t-shirts of you and me and just sell them.
Yeah. We have the
or
pictures.
Give them away. Those pictures, not us. Those are so stupid.
That's what makes it good. I don't know.
I mean, they look ridiculous.
You don't have to fuck with it.
You just have to, I mean, but if nobody knows us, they're just like, this is the wackest shit I have ever seen. But it's funny if you know us. But if not, you're just like, oh, I bet they
but
voted.
It'll change
I bet
week.
they voted for Harrison Walls.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's good. It's good. Yeah.
This has been fun, man.
This has been fun. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it has.
Since I'm coming.
I need some fresh air.
Yeah.
You need some fresh
Take
air.
a break.
Let's just do
We'll do it next week.
Maybe.
Fresh air.
Yeah. Okay, I love you.
We'll hope stay safe.
Aren't you going to say it back to me?
Stay alert. You have until January 20th, which is evergreen. So it's every January 20th because every year,
that's right.
January 20th will be here.
That's right. January 20th comes again.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. I heard that. I heard like when you're worried about all the shit you have to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's always another crop season.
Crop dusting.
There's always another one. So just don't worry about it.
There's always another one.
Just podcast.
It's just a podcast.
Meditate.
Just get it on.
Listen to Kamala Harris's new podcast.
Hell yeah, because that shit's going to be amazing.
And I think you have a headline, because if we want to go on YouTube, you got to go big with headlines and pictures, which we're going to do. That's our thing. So follow us on YouTube, Saviors of the Metaverse. Follow us on Twitter, Saviorsverse. I mean, seriously.
Do it. Seriously.
It's time.
We want you to follow us.
We had fans. Did you see those people replying to our shit?
No, I don't even have X on mine. Good.
No, it wasn't X. This is on YouTube.
Oh.
The guy said, he had a really great line. He said, I wouldn't want to be alive at any other time. Because I said, what a time to be alive. And he was just so appreciative of the craziness that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
But said it in a way that's just a super positive way.
Yeah.
And just enjoying it. It's just entertainment.
That's all it is.
It is.
Yeah. Well, when you put the videos up and not just have a screen cover of us talking.
That'll be us.
Damn,
we're talking. So follow us. Leave comments.
Lots of comments. I need comments.
I think Theo Von opens up every one of his shows with his tour dates. I think we're going to open up our show with your tour dates because you have some funny shit.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
But maybe since I don't have any tour dates, because that would put an obligation on me that I probably wouldn't have to fulfill.
I like that. You don't have to do that.
I don't have to, but we can say is our upcoming podcast dates.
Yeah.
Hey, catch us next week.
Yeah.
We have no idea what we're going to talk about.
People still might go. Kind of like they went to Kamala to go see Beyonce sing and then she didn't sing and then they fucking had an uprising. I don't know if that was even real. Doesn't matter if it was real.
It doesn't.
It's just something that's
I hope
talked
it
about.
Was.
I do.
Yeah.
The meme election. It's pretty cool. Oh, but the headline, what would you say? I wrote it down. It was so good. You have to go harder, harder, and harder. It's the title. So it's so stupid.
You have to go harder, harder, until you're the hardest.
Jeez.
That's what it has to be. Oh, man, that is so bad.
Kamala Harris reinvention. It's good, dude. This is all good.
Yeah. Or it could be called The Future of Kamala. Gotta think
it could be. I mean, yeah.
No, not like the harder, harder, and hardest.
But people want to know that.
Yeah.
Because when the Browns lose and they're eliminated from the playoffs, they go to Google, they go to Perplexity, and they type in, what is the future of the Cleveland Browns? And they get all sorts of shit. Got a new stadium coming in, put on the suburbs. That's for next time. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, man.
It's all good.
Yeah.
And this moment, we'll just say it's a goodbye to Deshaun Watson in Cleveland.
Yeah, thank God.
Well, I mean, he got hurt.
Well,
so that sucks.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That sucks. But anyway.
Yeah.
That said.
It sucks that he had to get injured for them to make the right call.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so mad at the Browns.
Yeah. Fans shouldn't boo him, though, for that. They shouldn't be yelling at that.
Was so overblown. A handful of fans did it.
I'm sorry. It's like fake news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Except for this podcast, it's not. But anyway,
that's right.
You said it before. I'll say it back to you now. Love you.
I love you too. I love you more.
You just did it. You just what up me?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my own insecurity.
Yeah.
Okay, we're out.